Welcome to Drive 615. Let's go for a drive. This is the 2020 Chevrolet Camaro 2SS. I've had this vehicle as a press car from Chevrolet for the past week. I've really gotten to know it inside and out, daily driving it to work as well as around the city of Nashville, so I've gotten a good feel of how it handles and performs. So let's take a look at the exterior of the vehicle, then we'll hop inside, take a look at some of the interior features, then we'll go out and take it for a drive. The exterior color on this vehicle is shadow gray metallic over a ceramic white interior, and as this vehicle sits, the MSRP on it is $47,475. Let's first take a look at the front of the vehicle. I'll show you some of the changes over the 2019 model. So on the 2020, our Chevrolet bow tie logo has moved up to be integrated back into the grille. In 2019, this was moved down here as a flow tie logo on this portion of the front bumper. You'll also note on the 2020 model, this is color matched to the body of the vehicle. I think that really flows in nicely. We have our slim and trim LED headlights as well as our daytime running lights. As we work our way up here to the front of the hood, we've got our heat extractor, which looks very aggressive and also serves a functional purpose to transfer heat back out. We've got a 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine up underneath the hood, producing 455 horsepower and 455 pound-foot of torque. This particular spec is a 10-speed automatic transmission, but you can also get that in a 6-speed manual transmission. As we work our way down here, you'll notice we have 5-spoke, 20-inch aluminum painted silver wheels, as well as our 4-piston Brembo brakes here in the front. We've got our Camaro badging right here, red, white, and blue. This vehicle is made in America. Let's work our way back. We have a fixed rear spoiler through here. This is not an active spoiler, but it looks very aggressive. Not too tall, not too low, just kind of right in the middle. I think it looks really great. You got about a 2-inch lift through there. Now that we're at the back of the vehicle, we'll take a look up top here at this antenna. You'll notice integrated into it is a rearward facing camera that's useful for a feature that we'll touch on here in a little bit. Very interesting. We've got our LED clear taillights through there. We've got our Chevrolet bow tie logo. And finally, we have our SS indication on the rear left of the vehicle. We've also got stainless steel, dual performance, quad exhaust integrated nicely down into this rear portion of the bumper. The exhaust sounds pretty incredible. Let's go ahead and take a listen to it here. With regards to trunk space, you can open up the trunk in one of 3 ways. 1 from inside the vehicle, 2 from the key fob, or 3rd from the button right there to the right of the rear backup camera. This opens up into 9.7 cubic feet of trunk space. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the interior features of the vehicle, but first we'll start out and I'll show you the headroom. I'm 6'5" tall for a point of reference. In my normal driving position, got a couple inches of headroom. I feel very comfortable as far as legroom, very comfortable as well. This is a 4-seater vehicle. However, with my seat fully maxed out, the people in the rear might not be very comfortable, but you could fit 4 people in this vehicle if needed. As we look here from the driver's perspective, we've got a flat bottom racing inspired steering wheel. We've got our SS badging through here. The steering wheel is leather wrapped with contrasting ceramic white stitching throughout. We've also got rear mounted paddle shifters. This is a heating steering wheel, which is really nice here in the winter. Keep your hands nice and warm. Let's go ahead and hop in and take a closer look at all the technology that this vehicle has to offer. We've got our simple volume adjustments through here, favorites for the radio station. This is a cluster that allows you to access the center portion here. On the outer sides, we have our tachometer on the left and our speedometer on the right. Those are analog, digital here through the center, as well as the gauges up along the top through here. There's just some different presets that you can scroll through this selector here. We have our heated steering wheel button right here, our collision detection warning on the left, and the presets for our cruise control. As we work our way over here to the touchscreen, very simple, easy to use, much like that of an iPhone. You can swipe left or swipe right to go through the different pages. Hold down on the apps to rearrange or delete them, so it is very convenient, especially if you're used to a touchscreen smartphone. We have Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto. Really good sound system in this vehicle. We have a Bose sound system. We have our OnStar. Ambient lighting is really cool here. You can choose between, once it's turned on, a ton of different colors, whatever you like. I'll show a shot here when it's in the night so you can get a good feel for how it looks. Notice here in the passenger side door, around the touchscreen, here between the cup holders, as well as in the driver's side door, is illuminated. It takes only 3 seconds to change between colors, so we're in red right now. We'll go ahead and switch over into green, and practically instantaneously it will change over. You can also link it to your driving mode. Here's a blend between a red, white, and blue type theme. Very cool through there. So as far as the climate controls, we have both driver and passenger climate controls, heated and ventilated seats. Really convenient feature there. I really do love the design on the heat adjuster, so you crank it left or right to either cool it down or heat it up. Very, very cool, easy to utilize. Simply turn through here, turn left or right to open or close the vents. As we work our way down here, I do like on the shift knob, we have the Camaro emblem right there. I do like the contrasting ceramic white stitching as well as the perforation here on the shift knob. This right here is how you can change between the different driving modes of the vehicle. So we have Sport, we're in right now, Track, Snow and Ice, and Tour. And we also have the traction control button right here, as well as our electronic parking brake and a 12-volt plug right through there. With regards to the center console, we've got 2 USB ports as well as a headphone jack and enough room to fit perhaps a phone or a wallet comfortably. Let me show you my favorite feature of the vehicle. Earlier when I alluded to that rearward facing camera on the top mounted antenna, let me show you what that does. So that provides video to the rear view mirror right here. That is real-time video coming from the vehicle. So if I were to put it in reverse and actually back up, you'll see that as I turn the car, the video shifts because that's literally doing real-time video from the top of the car. If I switch it there you go, that's the view. So it's super handy because especially right now that it's a little bit cold out, the back window's fogging up a little bit, not a problem at all. I can see perfectly. I could have this entire back seat covered. I could just black out the entire back window and that wouldn't matter at all, because as long as nothing is blocking the top of the vehicle, we get a perfect view. And with regards to the backup camera here, good trajectory lines right there, very, very crisp picture quality. So between this and this, you're pretty much set. It's also got blind spot monitoring on both the passenger and driver's side rear view mirror. So this is a very safe car with regards to seeing out and being able to see those surroundings around you. Behind the wheel of the 2020 Chevrolet Camaro 2SS, I have really enjoyed driving this vehicle. It's a really exciting driving experience between the 6.2 liter V8 up in the front engine producing 455 horsepower, 455 pound-foot of torque, as well as the performance exhaust back there. We got a quad stainless steel exhaust from the factory, which really opens up the sound of this vehicle, gives it a very aggressive and throaty sound, but not too overbearing. You can change between the different modes. You can put it in stealth mode, gives you a nice quiet tone if you're going on a long road trip. But when you want to blast around town and let people know you're coming, you pop it into sport or track mode. So we'll do that now. We'll utilize the paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel. And I've noticed over driving this vehicle, when you pop it down in manual mode and around 3,000 RPM, even on automatic mode, it will give you some nice back gurgles. So we'll do that here. So when you're in manual mode and you accelerate and then let off the gas and kind of let it decelerate, you should be able to hear those nice back pops. Just really, again, makes for an enjoyable driving experience because it's surprising. You really, you know, I'll pop it back into automatic. You really don't know what's going to happen each time. It's just kind of like a little surprise. So it really makes the driving experience quite fun. With regards to trim levels, we have the 1LS, the 1LT, the 2LT, the 3LT, the LT1, which is new to 2020, and a lot of people are excited about that. We have the 1SS, the 2SS, and then the ZL1. With regards to the LT1, it's kind of a good blend because you get the trim levels of the LT, but the performance of the SS, so that's a nice combination of the two. But I've really enjoyed my time in the 2SS. I'd love to get out in a ZL1 at some point. I have not driven that vehicle yet. I'd like to see how that handles, but I am plenty satisfied with all 455 horsepower that we got from this V8 in the 2SS model. It's really a great driving car. If you pop it down into track mode, tightens up our suspension and our steering. Definitely can feel that instantly. We pop it back into sport, instantaneously loosens up the steering, and if we were pop it into touring, our steering is much lighter as well. It's a very smart vehicle. It's also got magnetic ride control, which is constantly monitoring all 4 points of the suspension on all 4 wheels. So it's really makes for a smooth ride, whether you're out on the track or just driving around town. With regards to gas mileage, we're looking at 16 in the city and 27 on the highway, which are great numbers considering this is a sports vehicle. The weight of this vehicle is 3,757 pounds and goes from 0 to 60 in just 4 seconds. As far as the sound in the cabin when you're driving, they've done a really good job of making it as quiet as possible. With regards to road noise, very minimal. Again, we are on 20-inch wheels with low profile tires, but with regards to the overall noise, it's great. Pretty much all you hear is the performance exhaust back there, which I definitely do not mind hearing that. And even if I didn't, I could pop it over into stealth mode. Oh my goodness, it's just so much fun to drive. And this car will break loose, honestly. If you were just to straight floor it, it could definitely break loose easily. So go easy on it when you can. I've just been kind of feathering into it on my accelerations, but it definitely will break loose if you just floor it. And again, it's wild, 455 horsepower, but it just feels like so much faster than that. I think it's just the way Chevrolet has designed this vehicle with the aerodynamics and just the overall package of this car. It really seems like 455 horsepower is so much faster. Thanks again for stopping in. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts on the 2020 Camaro? Have you driven it? Do you hope to drive one? Are you gonna buy one? If you actually end up buying one or any of the Chevrolet products, let me know. Comment down below or send me a message on Instagram at Drive615. I'd love to chat with you. I'd love to see what spec and model you ended up with. I think if I were to get a model, I'd probably either get this exact spec pretty much, maybe change the interior. I might go with red. I always really like adrenaline red on the interior. I get this and maybe go with the gloss black wheels. Other than that, pretty much a perfect spec. Comment down below, let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you in the next video.